Carnival is a celebration of life. Wherever it happens around the world, whether it's in the Caribbean, Africa, Asia, North America, South America, Canada, or Asia, it's a unifying force that brings people, culture, and art forms together in a melting pot of magic that is joy and pleasure. Through the collaboration of sound, colour, and flavours. Carnival tells the stories of freedom, of resilience, of resistance, and rebellion. Notting Hill Carnival was born out of these stories. The 1958 race riots and the tragic racist murder of Kelso Cochrane in 1959. The journalist and activist Claudia Jones organised these indoor carnival events to bring the community together, to create cohesion and celebrate the rich history and culture of the Caribbean. These indoor events happen annually until Claudia Jones's death in 1964. The following year, 1965, another community activist, Rain Laslett, organised Notting Hill Festival, which was a way to bring cultural unity to the area. This laid the foundation for the Notting Hill Carnival that we know and love today. I'm now going to share with you my carnival story. The year was 1991, and my coolest uncle at the time invited me to come with him to Notting Hill Carnival. The lead up to the bank holiday weekend, I was so excited. But then just a few days before, my mum dropped a bomb. "You are not going to that carnival," she said. "What?" I screamed inside. Being typically Ghanaian, I couldn't say that out loud to my mum. It just couldn't happen. She went on to tell me just how dangerous it was, that it wasn't safe, that I would be in trouble and people die, and I just couldn't go. I really wanted to go, so I pleaded with her, "Mum, please let me go. Please, it'll be fine. Just this one time. I'm going with Uncle Andre and he says it's okay and it'll be my first time. Please." My mum wasn't having a bar of it. My pleas fell on deaf ears. She went on to tell me about the newspaper articles she had read, the news stories she had listened to, and even relayed the conversation she had had with her West Indian friends about just how bad Carnival really was. I had set my heart on going, so I had to do the only thing I knew how to do. And that was call in reinforcements. So I called everyone that I knew that I could to speak to her. We all spoke to her to eventually we wore her down. And she gave me permission with conditions. Oh, I was so happy. I said to her, "Thank you, Mum. I'm so happy to be going." I thanked her and I thanked her and I thanked her. You know, I didn't hear the conditions because I was just focused on the permission. Carnival Monday finally arrived. I was ecstatic. When I arrived at Notting Hill, my senses were assaulted with pleasure. An explosion of colour from the costumes on the parade, with feathers, glitter, sequins, or whatever they had been made of. My eyes just didn't know which way to look as colour lined the streets. I was intoxicated by the pulsating sounds of soca, reggae, soul. or whatever was being played by the bands or sound systems. My uncle and I took a tour around the sound systems. We stopped at one particular sound just as the DJ was about to put the needle on the record, and the crowd erupted in unison. "Come again, my selector." He smiled as he dropped the bass, and the crowd all started dancing in a frenzied state. I was in awe. Was the DJ a magician in disguise? The moment that I fell in love with Carnival was whilst watching the parade. It was the moment a float stopped in front of me. I looked up and there was a woman dressed in white. She looked like a warrior queen. It was the way she moved her body. I didn't know that the body could move the way she had it moving. The song being played at the time was Dollar Wine by Colin Lucas. Her Dollar Wine was so memorable. She moved to the music with such reckless abandonment and freedom. I declared I wanted what she had. I fell in love with Carnival. I was smitten. My love affair began the year after and the year after that. I was attending Carnival Sunday and Carnival Monday. I was going to the before parties, the after parties, and the parties and fetes. Carnival became a regular thing for me as a reveller. But I never forgot the woman in white and wondered what it would be like to be in costume. I soon got my opportunity when my friend invited me to play mass with her one year. I must admit though, my first time just wasn't what I had expected. The costume was a little ill-fitting. The steel pan that we had on the road with us, while they had a small repertoire of songs, they seemed to choose one song, Dr. Cassandra by Mighty Gabby, and while it's a great song, after hearing it for the 100th time, it got a little bit tiring. But no one told me just how long the route was. By the end of the night, my feet felt like they were on fire. But despite that experience, my relationship with Carnival had been solidified. And soon after that, I joined a dance group called Diaspora Dance Collective, or DDC for short. They were based at the Yar Asantewaa Arts and Community Centre, based in Westbourne Park, right in the heart of Carnival Land. So, being part of the Carnival band, we became known as the Yar Carnival Dancers. We did Notting Hill and other carnivals around the UK and Europe. We even did carnival events. Carnival became my life. It was more than just 2 days. I was in love with the camaraderie, the community of artists and carnival practitioners. It was the friendships. It was just more than just Carnival. This headpiece is from a costume I wore last year with the band I currently play mass with, People's World. It's part of a trilogy called The Silk Road that represented the trade between Africa, Asia and Europe. In 2017, we went to China. 2018, we went to Europe. And last year, 2019, went to Italy, which this headpiece represents, the section I played with. So Notting Hill Carnival is more than just 2 days. As Claudia Jones once said, art is the genesis of the freedom of its people. Lady Esi, it's a carnival thing.